Okay. We're live. So, not entirely sure how this teardown's gonna go, but we're gonna try it. So if you're new here, my name's Liz, this puts a DIY, it's a DIY channel, mainly with electronics, hardware, things like that. And I thought it'd be fun to start up a little live stream today to tear down this game controller. As you can see, it's a Mad Catz kind of USB game controller. USB cable's going off over there. And funny story, it belonged to my coworker, and I've mentioned before on the channel I work in tech, and we have electronics trash at work. And so my coworker had brought this in to actually bring into electronics trash. And he asked casually, oh, do you have anything for electronics trash? I'm making a run, and I saw this in the bag, and I was like, whoa, where are you taking that? I want that for parts. And he looked at me like I was kind of weird. I guess he said this joystick's a little wonky. I tried playing some Rocket League on my PC, and I did notice a little bit of weirdness, but nothing too bad. I don't want to use this as a controller. Like I said, I think it'd be great if we could get some parts out of this for projects, like some joystick controllers that we could hack with, or even these buttons. And also just to kind of see how the inside of the controller looks as well. I think that'll be really cool. So I don't know how long this will take. This might be a short stream, might be a long stream, not really sure. But yeah, let's dive in. And also for people who are watching on Instagram, I actually can't see my phone from where it is, so I apologize if you have questions and I miss them. I might pop around every once in a while, take a look. Alright, so start off, got little screws here. I think, it's hard to see, I think the screwdriver's the right size. I might be stripping it though. I'd rather not strip it. Trying to get in the light. As you can see, it's like a really deep tunnel. Let me try another one that I can see a little better, then I'll be able to tell. Really tight. Okay, that one came out. Alright. Come up pretty easily. There we go, one screw. Ooh, I didn't expect it to be pointy. Usually the screws are a little bit blunt. Put in the parts tray there. I mean, I don't think you'd want the screws to be loose, but this is really tight for taking apart. Okay, there we go. There we go. Two. So before this, I was watching all the Computex coverage from all the big tech tubers, and the X299 platform, I don't know if you heard about it, Intel has a new like enthusiast platform that they're launching, and it seems like an interesting approach, if nothing else. I know that in the next like few years I'm gonna be wanting to upgrade my setup, but so then I'd probably want to go with something like an enthusiast thing from Intel. Strip the screw. But it's kind of weird how they're doing it. Like there's like the i5 processors that are also enthusiast, and I'm gonna try switching screwdrivers, see if that helps. Try my bit kit. No, I'm just spinning. Excuse me. It'll just be interesting. I mean, it seems like the main thing is the PCI lanes, which means like all the different peripherals you can plug into the motherboard. I think I finally got it. And like that has become more important to me as time has gone on. I wish I had a little bit more of that on my motherboard. But the processors, Paul's Hardware had some really good points. Like, it's kind of awkward how they've done it. Like, there's going to be i5s that have 4 cores and 8 cores, which are what you normally get on a processor. And then there's the actual, like, enthusiast level chips, but they're all going to be using the same chipset, X299, so you're going to get these motherboards that have, like, crazy specs, but don't necessarily have the full processor support, depending on what you buy, and, like, it does give you an upgrade path, I guess. But let's be honest, who's gonna buy an X299 motherboard with an i5 processor and then upgrade to one of the higher end, like, crazy processors later? Like, those are just two different customers. And also, who guarantees even that the X299 chipset will even be here by the time they decide to upgrade? So I think I just have these 2 screws here now. Cause I'm assuming now, like, X99 for Intel is, like, dead. I'm just getting a bunch of gunk out on the screwdriver, yo. This is definitely a well-loved controller. Like, there's definitely some grime going on. Definitely have some lift, though. So I just have to get these 2 screws out. I just can't see in there, like, at all. Try it now. Let's strip it. I'm really afraid I'm stripping it. I'm paranoid ever since I had to rip open my mom's laptop and I stripped one of the screws, like, really badly. I feel like if I'm having a pushing that hard, I'm stripping it. I'm still having a really hard time seeing, like, if that's even, like, the right screw. It's, like, super deep. It is. I'm stripping it. I need this to be, like, a little longer. Yeah, I fix it. Can you get on that? Can you make this a little longer? So there's, like, this, like, rubbery thing with the iFixit kits, but I never know how to get the bit in. Like, it just... Oh, I see. I literally just figured it out. You'd, like, screw this in, I think. Maybe. Am I doing this right? Like, at all? No, I'm not. I'm not. Let's try it. No. 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 Damn. Help if I held the controller in the frame. I'll be right back. Let me grab my other smaller screwdrivers. Okay, these are a little smaller. Oh, I think I finally got it. Maybe. It's a little bit broader, so it might. I saw someone on the Instagram chat as I walked by was saying I was turning it the wrong way, which totally could be, but I don't think I am. Because this would be right, left. So I start that myself. Like if I could see in there, like that's the, it's just like a dark tunnel. Like however you're seeing on the stream, like that's how it's looking to me right now. It's this one I can kind of see a little bit with how the light is. I think I just latched it. I swear I'm not a weakling, it's just that tight in there. Like this is definitely latching in. I just needed to like get the right torque. I think this one's just too small. Try this one again. It's just, this was just a little shorter than I'd be able to get in there. I think I really stripped this one. Crap. Be a difference. No. I don't know, I keep trying that. I know it's not gonna work. Sometimes I can pry stuff out from Alan's head. Might be a short stream. Try to see what I can do with. Yeah, let's try to pry this and see how far I can get in with these still locked in. That might even like loosen it more. Let's get like the weird tools involved. I'm probably not gonna get too far. Damn. It's like not turning at all. And that's not latching at all. Stumps. Let me try the, just gonna see what's happening in the Instagram chat. Like I said, I can't see it from where I am. Yeah, I can't get the bit to stay in here. Which probably sounds really stupid, but I haven't been able to figure out how to get the bits to stay latched. I'm still kind of new to the toolkit. I haven't like used it that much. Oh, maybe I just figured it? No, I didn't. YouTube chat saying get a lamp. I wish I could. I don't actually have one. I'll try this one again because at least it's latching. Oh my god, I think I just got it. It did. Maybe? No, false alarm. I was really excited. Now I can't latch. It came out! Oh my god! Yay! Just one more now, so go try with this one. Not getting that same... Maybe. I feel like I'm stripping it. Maybe now. Okay. Ooh. There's a button. There's the left trigger button. I think I can get it out. I didn't get it. I can get in. Not sure how well you can see that. But definitely like, it popped right out. So I'm thinking maybe I can like get in and maybe twist that. Let's see how the screw connects. Yeah, I might be able to. Let's see what happens. So, when you open it up, the buttons basically just kind of fall out, the plastic ones. Everything for back and start up here. And this pops right out too. So these are the trigger buttons. You'd expect them to be a little bit thicker, and then you can see they're just plastic, kind of breadboard buttons almost. And that's all it is. I like don't want to crack the housing, but I also don't really care about the housing. So there's the start button. I guess that was the back button, start button here. I can't give up on this screw. But I have a feeling I stripped it. But it's starting to get a good view of the insides. Actually the control panel just fell out. Again, plastic. See the X's there to hit the buttons, and looks like some kind of plastic silicone buttons, a ribbon cable. You'll be able to look at that a little bit closer in a bit. The joystick's now caught here, so, and more buttons are falling out. I'd just break the housing. I agree. Let's just break the housing. Let's destroy it. I had a day at work. Let's just kill it. I don't support killing things. Okay. I don't want to break the PCB though. The buttons are falling out. These are cool. So there's like a little bit of a slight raise there. And that's pretty thick, like very thick. That goes down. Yeah, that's touched the PCB. That's not great. Just closed on my thumb. Good. We try one more time. What'd they say? Definition of insanity. Trying the same thing again, expecting different results. Okay. Yeah. It's just... I have tools. What am I doing? Like all the buttons falling into this handle. It looks really funny right now. You can't get a good look at it yet, but hopefully you will in a second. My cat is slowly approaching and looks very concerned. Yeah. Alright, I have to pick up those buttons really quick because I do have two cats and they will eat them. So hold on 1 second and then we're gonna be in business. Yeah. I think all of them basically stayed on the table. Alright. And then Sirhan 648, I hope I'm saying your name right, actually said very astutely that back in the corner right here, it's actually just a vibration motor, so I wasn't actually at risk of breaking anything, but oh yeah, and you can see it broke right off. That's crazy. Like you can see the tabs. Alright, so let's assess the damage. We've got the 4 buttons here, which are pretty cool. And like I said, I wasn't expecting them to be that tall. So these silicone tabs are for the control pad, and it actually looks like capacitive touch, which is interesting. It's not an actual physical button, it's just the tab there, so that's cool. And it looks like, is it the same? Yeah, it's the same thing for the other buttons as well. It's like these little kind of texturized tabs that we're hitting here. Very cool. It looks like the plastic housing on this joystick is like attached, so, and I want to possibly use these joysticks in a project, so looking at the PCB, I think the main fun stuff's going to be on the other side. But yeah, these are the vibration motors. You can see the ribbon cable taking the control pad in. And then I pointed out like a little bit ago, but it was in the middle of the breaking of the housing, so I just want to make sure everyone sees it. The trigger buttons on the side here, or are they more paddle buttons? They're actually, these are physical buttons, and they're just little tiny ones that you'd actually kind of find for breadboarding and prototyping. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, let's try to get this PCB out. So this I should be able to use like a nice smaller head. Try this one. And we'll just go around. It should be easier than the others. So this tabletop I'm working on, it's actually just, I got it over the weekend. It's actually just a tabletop of an IKEA table that I have on top of my normal table, and just because the white just looks kind of better for video, because if you watch my videos, you may have seen in the past I've had stuff on a black table, just because my table's black. It just doesn't get the light as well for B-roll, so pick this up to try to improve things. Okay, looks like one more screw. We might be out with the PCB. Let's see. No, oh, there's, what is happening? So there's like, oh, I just got like a bunch of like fiberglassy stuff on my fingers. Short's totally safe. Okay, yeah, we're out. It looked like there were screws down here, but it's actually just like a latch for this part here. Okay, so, whoo! Hey, hey, hey. Just make sure it's in the shot for you guys. Alright, so this is obviously the USB cable. That's going in here with, maybe this is why it was kind of wonky. There's definitely some like corrosive stuff happening back here. And I would like say it's some sort of acid, but like there's no, oh, it just broke off. Cool. Yeah, there's definitely something happening back here. I don't know what, but it's like kind of a, almost reminds me of like yellow kind of sugar glass. And I think basically that had like worn down the pads, and that's why it was being kind of wonky for the guy that I took this from. I'm just curious what they're saying in Instagram chat. Nothing. Okay, that's kind of gross. I wasn't expecting that. Same stuff's down here in the vibration motors. It's definitely stranded wire, that's standard. But yeah, but then I don't know if you can see the white stuff. It almost looks kind of like battery acid. Let me try to zoom in. Not out, in. And you can see it, like it's just kind of gross. It's just gross. And that's like the crap that I got on my fingers. You can see it like it's on the table here. But yeah, moving on. This cable's not viable, clearly. And I bet that's why. Although, I think this is probably ground, if I had to guess. And it's all in the housing too. Anyway, so I'm looking at the PCB. Got the solder points for the joysticks right here in the semicircle. A little bit thicker than I'm used to seeing on a commercial PCB. That's totally not in the shot, I'm so sorry. Go zoom back out. But there's the solder points here. These are the paddle. Oh, and you can see the mechanism. So that kind of pushes down and then is making contact with these pads here. There's some buildup there. And it just pops off. This is the highest quality controller you can get. Oh, there's all sorts of gunk in there. Gross. Oh god. So that's just straight up glue. Oh, I was not expecting. I'm gonna get something to wipe that off with. That is disgusting. Going into like deeply uncharted territory here. My cat agrees. She was meowing. Yeah. It's Winnie who's meowing. Gross. This one come off as easily. No. Okay, well, it lets us see inside a little bit better. So yeah, there's the... God, what happened to this controller? Yeah, there's the kind of little component there, the orange thing. So that's how that's working. It's pretty cool. Yes, oh, I see. This is like... So that comes down, it's not making contact. This would turn it, and that's how it would make... contact. Then on the other side, you see it's connected to some resistors here, which would send the signal. And you can actually see the turning mechanism a little bit better almost from the front. And this is just a simple button, just has two headers. It actually has screws on the back to lift that up, so let's undo those. Alright, turning it over. Just got one of those gel buttons. They've put a lot of effort into getting the Xbox button to look nice. That might be cool to repurpose in a project. But yeah, it's just a silicone pad over I think another contact button. There we go. Yeah, it's just another one of the rubber dome buttons with metal contact. That's it. The X in the front should have some SMD leads. No, it's just plastic. Just plastic. My cat is clawing my couch right now. She's getting a pass because of the live stream. I'm gonna cut these wires just because they're kind of interfering with my ability to really get a good look. some wire cutters. I want to keep it enough so that I could like solder, so I'm going to cut in the middle. I discovered yesterday these are super dull right now. There we go. It's free! That motor came out. Does this one come out? Yeah, it does. Alright, we can abandon the housing. Finally. Ooh! Oh, so you can see if you're player 1 or player 2. Not... Let's see. So these LEDs are labeled Quad 1, Quad 2, Quad 3, and Quad 4, and those would light up to illuminate the button. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay. I'm gonna try to zoom in. I took off my... Is that focused? Looks focused. I'm actually getting my eyes checked on Monday. I'll be able to tell a lot better if things are focused. So I don't know if you can see. It says Quad 1, Quad 2, Quad 3, Quad 4 for those LEDs, and that's to tell the player. And so then I'm assuming there's some sort of selector in the back. Where are those traces going? So those leads are going off to the... So the buttons leads are going to the individual LEDs, and then I'm assuming maybe this IC here would control that. It's hard to tell. I would guess, based on how the traces are looking, that it's this IC that might be controlling that. There's some definite junk here. I don't know if I can get that off. Got some transistors here. Another one here. But, yeah. Sorry, I'm just kind of taking it all in. It looks like we can unscrew the joystick. Maybe. Oh, we can unscrew the control pad. That should be interesting. Let's try to get that off. See how that looks. It's not on screen. Sorry. Okay, let's see if this is off. Maybe. I think there's some hot glue. I'll try spudging. I'm gonna try zooming out because I'm just not doing a good job staying in frame. See, this is like, oh, there's one more screw. I'm doing good, doing good. There's another screw right here. Ha 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 ha. Oh, let's start off when you get all the screws out there. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. So it looks like we've got 5 leads, and if I had to guess, well, I don't have to guess, I can like look at the PCB and make an inferred thing. So we obviously have the copper contacts, and you see each button has 2 leads going off it. Just try to zoom in again. Has 2 leads going, so that would close the circuit if you make a connection. If we flip it around, we get that ribbon cable going. And I don't see any leads per se on that end, but look back up. If I had to guess based on the color of the wire, I think these 4 here are for the buttons, and then red would maybe be power. And that would make sense, because like this would basically be the digital signal, and then power would cause a connection, which would then send a signal through USB to the computer. That is something I'd be interested in using in a project. Yeah, you can see those solder points here from the control pad. Which are then going... I think it's then going right into this transistor and these resistors, which makes sense. Ooh, someone, Sirhan just dropped a diagram. Alright, let's take a break from that for just a moment. You can see another one of these leads just broke off, but so these are the motors. They're connected here. Got power and ground, and you can see that lead here. I'm so sorry, I keep bringing it out of frame. It looks like there's a little diode here as well. And so this looks like kind of the... Just curious if there's a... Okay, so the same circuit here with this like weird diode is also over here for this motor. So let me zoom out again, just a little. So this motor circuit is on the bottom and this motor circuit is on the top, and it looks like the buttons have a lead going to this motor circuit. At least that's what it looks like. And then here, it's hard to see, but I think it looks like this might have a lead going to the circuit. Huh. That's how the dual vibration would happen. I'm assuming... Let's take a deeper look at the joysticks. So I've got lead going right here. Goes down here, capacitor. Sorry, again, just kind of taking it all in. Probably better to start with the soldering points under here. So that's confusing. So these 3 points, so I can just dropped a better diagram. Let's try to open that up. I've got my laptop next to me. So I'm not getting that URL isn't working for me. Going back to this, I'd like to get this off, but I don't think I'm going to be able to because like it's very clearly soldered here and there's no screws holding this on. This is a soldered component. But just trying to look at the traces. So these were the USB headers. You can see their solder points on the top here. There's definitely something happening under here. I'm gonna try to lift this up. Try to get something sharp. Nope. This might not be a good idea. I think there's an IC under here that's controlling everything, so you can see points here. That gives us a better idea what's going on. So I think actually all the components, I'm looking a little bit closer, like I'm looking at the leads from this button. Wow, this just snapped off a ton. Looking at the leads from this button, like they're also going to the motor, so I think there's actually traces from each component on each side going to each motor, which is cool, because if you look closer enough, and my lens on my camera doesn't get really close enough for you guys to clearly see. I'll get a macro lens at some point, just because I do so much electronics work, it just makes sense. But the traces are definitely going to each motor, kind of like perfectly divided down the middle. Ooh, another URL. Let's try it. Let's try a URL because it might make everything a little bit easier. Yeah, that brought me to a link for Raspberry Pi Zero. When I removed the spaces. I'm not sure why, but it's okay. We can, might do some research after, maybe edit this together. 'Cause I am recording the stream as well, so I might do like a little bit more of a refined video afterwards. Now this side is leaking the weird gunk. I'm just gonna pull that apart. That's really gross. I can't stand how gross that is. Ugh. Oh, can you like see the thing turn? I don't want to snap the leads. But But you can see how this would turn with the, like, paddle. Okay, that's it. Get the big thing out, that'd be great. Hey, there we go. Oh, more screws. Hey, it's screws for the underside, I think. Maybe. Oh, one cool thing I just found out. So you know how on the controllers you can press down? I just noticed there's tiny little buttons here. Let me try to zoom in again. My hands are so gross from that gunk that's in the controller. Okay, actually you can see while I... See that? That's how that works. Pretty cool. And it's on this side here. Awesome. Ooh, I didn't expect that to happen. Looks like it's a cap. Zoom back out. Paranoid about checking focus. I hate autofocus. I like refuse to use it. So it looks like a big cap, or is it crystal? I want to say it's a crystal. And that had the same like kind of gunk on it, bringing it down to a heat pad. It looks like, or it's a heat pad. It could be a cap, but where there's only one, I'm tempted to say a crystal, and that could be for timings, especially since it's near the headers for what I assume to be the IC. That'd be my guess. See that little kind of like golden thing here? I think it's crystal. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any like cool labelings. Oh, the button click thing is named LVR, I'm assuming like lever, so that's kind of cool. This lead broke off as well. Not very sturdy. Is there anything in either of the chats that you'd want to take like a closer look at, or I might start to wind down the stream. I might do like a part 2. It would require like a little bit of setup where I take the oscilloscope, try to see if I can get any like signals through. I just don't have the time to set that up. You'd have to wait around a bit for that to happen. But is there any other part you want to take a like closer look at? I'll check the Instagram stream as well. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna... Oh, we can take a look at the motor. That's about it. Swings around. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call this a successful teardown. We definitely tore it down. I think that if I desolder the leads for the joysticks and also this ribbon cable here for the control pad, I think we'll have some like pretty viable parts for projects, which will be really cool. But thanks for tuning into the live stream, everyone. This was definitely an experiment. I've never done something like this live. So I hope you thank you for bearing with me for the couple of camera glitches where I didn't realize I was off screen and everything. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. There's gonna be more content coming your way shortly. But all right, have a good night.